Hello and good evening, everybody. This is our first time around on the new PC-only multiplayer map. This is Glenleathann. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, probably not. This Scottish map by Cavalier Roy, which makes 2 maps in a row now on this server by him. It is a great map. And to give you a little background, we took all of our money, but none of our equipment. We sold the entire farm on the previous map, including all of the equipment, to come here. And then purchased new equipment, which I will give you guys a rundown on here momentarily. Obviously, you can see I'm using a big articulated beast of an Alice Chalmers to do this plowing contract. So, yeah. Let's turn this corner here. And get headed up this way. Get the old cruise control set. This isn't a fast old girl, but she's powerful. And, I mean, 8 giant tires. Does a really good job pulling this plow. She's a beast. And anyone who's watched long enough knows that both Richard and I love this plow. So, what are we doing? Well, let me put a stop to this old girl for a minute here. We'll even shut her down. We have... it doesn't work. Okay. We have this map. Now, I kind of cheated. So, if you start this map in either Farm Manager or start from scratch, the farms are entirely empty. There's no buildings, which I disagree with on Farm Manager. The buildings should still be there on Farm Manager and should not on Start from Scratch. But every map maker does this differently for those 2 game modes. Some of them ignore those 2 game modes entirely, and they end up starting exactly the same as New Farmer. Now, since I wanted those buildings, what I did is on my local machine, I started a save, okay, in multiplayer as Farm Manager, which is the start that I wanted for this new map, knowing that the buildings wouldn't be there. I saved that game. I exited that game. I started another save in a different slot as New Farmer. I saved and exited that game, went into my file system on my PC, and copied the placeables.xml file from the New Farmer version to the Farm Manager version, and boom, I have all the buildings. It's as simple and easy as that. And then I loaded that onto my server, that save onto my server, and here we are. Alright, equipment. Let's go to our garage. Medium tractors. We have one of my favorites, the Massey Ferguson 8S, high horsepower version, 305. Cool. Large tractors. We have a John Deere 9R, specifically 9RX, and this beautiful Alice Chalmers 8550. 302 horsepower, which is actually less than our medium tractor, but the medium tractor can't do this 8 massive tires thing. So this has 691 horsepower. She's a beast. Harvesters. We have a giant Massey Ferguson Ideal 10. So huge 17,100 liter capacity. We have the BC Bueller Swather mower. We have this Bergman trailer. We have the 40-foot power flow header for our combine. We also have the 12 meter, right? No, 9 meter, sorry. Capello folding corn harvester. Header. Sorry, corn header. As you guys have already seen, we have the John Deere 2410 plow. And seriously, Moose, now is when you're going to ask to go outside. Give me just a minute, okay, puppy? We have this giant air seeder combination here. The 576 air hoe drill with the 850 air cart. And then, where the heck did that come from? Oh, right. It shows these two separate, even though they're one physical piece currently. But you can remove this. Sorry, I forgot that. So anyway, headers for the mower. Interesting. It's showing it the Massey Ferguson picture with the Challenger name. We did go for the Challenger version this time around for something different. We've got ourselves a Husqvarna chainsaw, a front loader for our Massey Ferguson medium tractor, and the 40-foot header trailer for the combine header, the 30-foot header trailer for the, hi Chris, for the mower header. Whoops. And down here, all of our equipment pretty much is parked down here. Not sure what that's right there for. It's a weird spot for that to be. Must have fallen off when we ran around the corner. Whoops. This is our tiny little piece of land. That is the only land, and it is completely forest at the moment, that we own. We are a contracting cooperative for the moment. Eventually we will buy land. We do have plenty of money to buy land, but we haven't bought anywhere near all of our equipment yet. I'm waiting on Richard in a couple of weeks when he joins in to buy his tractor or two, since I bought 3 really. I don't mind if he buys a couple. We do have to get a baler still, a trailer for the bales. Yeah, we have a few things that we need to get. Now, anyone familiar with this map will know that there should be hedges all over the place that aren't here. That is because we don't want the hedges. There are 2 poles, light poles, that you can cut down at the shop to remove hedges and fences. And I removed them all. So we have no hedges, no fences, lots of open land. We're going to play with some fairly large equipment, obviously. And we're just going to have some fun. Rather than our typical difficult survival style start with minimal equipment, we're going big on this one. Yes, Moose, I remembered that you gotta go. Just give Daddy a minute. The cruise control set. I did get GPS on pretty much everything. Move that up there. I can't think of anything that I didn't get GPS on, actually. We have it. We might as well make use of it, right? So to start us off, I did take several contracts. 2 baling, 4 plowing. We have this massive plow. Let's take advantage of it. The baling, obviously I still need to buy the baler and the bale trailer. We will probably go with an auto load rather than an auto stack trailer this time around. I'm thinking that I might add in the, if I haven't already done so, the 50-foot gooseneck, lizard gooseneck from 82 Studios, which you can configure for bale auto loading, although I do have Loki's universal auto load installed on here, so yeah. I can probably leave it in its regular configuration with straps and combine it with universal auto load. I have not tested that. That'll have to be on the agenda when we get to the baling contracts. Now, here's some fun rules. And I am enforcing this using the Better Contracts mod. Contracts must be finished by the end of the month, or you take a penalty. We are going to do 2-day months. August, as the starting month, is always only 1 day, unless you go in and tweak your save files manually. If you cancel a contract, you also pay a penalty. So we can't hang about on contracts. We have to get them done in the month that they're taken. Now, additionally, contracts are going to be generated every hour, which means that contracts can also be removed if you haven't accepted them every hour. That's to keep some turnover going and keep it from being stale. Also keep us from hopefully having to skip days in general. We are not using seasons. We have a fixed visual month of August. What else? No snow. Snow's completely turned off because it doesn't make sense with a fixed visual month of August. That always annoys me. We're obviously playing with stones on. We will lease equipment to clear our little plot of land down there on the south edge of the map, or mostly clear it. We'll leave some trees right along the edge as a visual block and driving block so we don't bump up against the edge of the map, because I hate that. Yeah, so that's going to be our temporary contracting yard whilst we don't own a farm. Quite likely, by the time we are done buying equipment, we will be completely broke. Anything else I want to say? No, I don't think so. I think that pretty much covers it. If you guys have any questions, I was going to say leave them in the chat and I'll answer them when I get back, but Sir has laid back down. Although I just realized Miss Reese is not up here. God, I hope she's not downstairs destroying something. I'm going to have to take them out just so I can check on that. Oh, good. 39 right across the way must be another one of our plowing contracts. I didn't even realize that. Pure coincidence. Ooh, and my phone is going off. That's always fun. Hello? That was weird. I have no idea why the, cruise control kicked off. Okay, so what was the email that was so important? Well, one of the two that jumped in here is about model railroading stuff. Cool. And the other one is from Steam. Apparently a game on my wish list is on sale for 80% off. Too bad I'm broke. Sorry, wish list, but you get to be ignored this month. I didn't get to go truck driving this past weekend like I wanted to, so failure. What's the matter, Big Moose? Don't give me that dirty look. Do you need to go outside and go potty? You do? Okay. Alright, let's pause this and do this. And I shall return shortly, guys. Little man, you gotta go potty? No? Okay, well, you stay right there then. Let's go, Vincent. Hopefully your sister's not being naughty. All right. That was fun. Not. It's pouring rain out there, and the dogs are not good about going out in the rain. They don't like it. And then when they come back in, I of course have to clean their feet off so they don't get mud all over the furniture. Especially since Miss Reese is actually hanging out in bed with her mama, who is sick. Yep, that's right, Lady Metal's sick. Cool. Zoe Scott grants me a 5% discount for future field purchases from her. I think it's a weird feature, but whatever. I am eating one of these. I don't know if that's in focus. Looks like it. It is a fudge-dipped coconut chewy granola bar from Sunbelt Bakery. They have no preservatives. They're pretty low in calories comparatively, at like 120 or 130, and they taste really damn good. Turn that off. But for this one, boy, one headland ought to be enough, eh? Let's start work on the center. Rows to skip, 1. We'll start that job. Now here's an interesting one. No hotkey vehicles are available to enter. I don't remember installing a mod that does anything about tabbing from one vehicle to another. But right now I can't tab. So I have to do it this way. And as you can see, this monster setup is here. That is a beast of a setup. We got to be able to plow like fields together like crazy all over this map and still seed them pretty quickly. Which reminds me, with all the big equipment, I'm thinking we should be maybe 5x time, 6x time, all the time. Now, I did download an auto drive course for this. Let me fix some settings here. That's got to be done for every frickin' tractor. And I hate it. I don't mind some things about it, but this track we're on, which makes a loop. Here, let me show it to you on the map. So this track that we are on goes from right here down, over, round, back up to the main road. That should be a one-way track to avoid collisions because he has no passing zones on it. But he made it a two-way track. Dumb. Okay? And then the fields. He has these great grass verges to work with. Although with massive equipment like mine, you kind of don't. But for most equipment that would be suitable for this map, um, in its normal condition. Then again, you got the stupid hedges, so that wouldn't be the case. So yeah, ignore me on that one. But he's got these dumb field rings that are also bi-directional, so you can have collisions if you have multiple unloader vehicles. Wrong. Should be one direction only. And those field rings are where the points for tractors waiting. That's where I was actually parked at, was the one for this field 51 here. It's where the tractors wait for the combine at. But it assumes direct unloader to sale point. You cannot do on this map, with the way this guy set this auto drive up, you cannot do grain carts into semis to unloader. He doesn't ever take that into consideration. He only designs designs auto drives his way, period. If you don't like his way, you're screwed. He doesn't make it as generic as possible. And that's why normally I don't use his auto drives. Sorry. I know a lot of people like him. I think he's terrible. He's good at creating the networks. He is. I just don't like the way he chooses to do things. And anyone can get good at creating networks, so, Alright, rant over. Here's our plot. We have a nice hedge at the back, so yeah, I will. Is that a road on the other side of the hedge? Looks like it. A road we can't get to. We will take down every tree. Lease a tree harvester and go to town. Mm-hmm. Yep. We swung that off the back of the trailer. Whoops. I should say the AI did. Because I had the AI bring the vehicles all down here. So we'll just show the world that we're Superman. Here we go. So far, that is the best trailer I've found for this mower's header. But an interesting thing, when you first connect to the header, it does not raise it all the way up. So you have to lower it and then raise it, and it'll go up higher. And then you can put it on this trailer. Weird, right? Alright, so this is all of our current equipment. What fields have our mowing contracts in? I believe they are both hay. Baling, yep, hay, and hay. So 78 and 26. 78 was up here, I think. 70... somewhere? Yeah, 78. Okay, so it's actually not that far from us. Unless we wanted to stay on the main roads, then we'd have to go all the way around. But we've got lots of side roads we can take. Alright, so 78, and the other one was 26. Let's look for the flashing number. Right by the store. Here's the store. There's a farm across the road. It's right behind that farm. So how do we get into there? It looks like just through that farm, unless you can cut through here by 32 from behind the supermarket here. But I'm guessing not. The supermarket usually has a fence behind it on Cavalier Roy's maps. And the store does have a forklift that is store owned. Yeah. Okay. So, enter vehicle. Whoops. Keep that. Get rid of that. And let's go. I'm thinking we're going to shortcut right across this little gap between the two fields here. And then play dodge and weave with the trees. Oh yeah, lots of room. How about a little in cab? Beautiful. What a view of that castle, man. The only thing I wish is that that was on map instead of part of the background. Love to do contracts mowing the castle grounds. Although that's more storyline kind of thing, isn't it? Looks like our worker in the Alice Chalmers is getting the job done. Alrighty. Yeah, I think we'll do 4 headlands. Headland corners sharp, round, smooth, sharp. Doesn't matter. Overlap doesn't really matter. Sweet. And he's going to get right to work. And we are going to switch over to the actual map here. There we go. Let's take advantage of this and shop collection point, sure. While that's driving, we can be buying. Windrowers. So 15 meters for 90,000. Or 14.7 for 62,000. Why would you ever buy the class? Combinations. Oh, weights. Yeah. I don't think you need a weight. I mean, maybe, but probably not. Okay, so we got that covered. And we need a baler. We will do the quick bale versus the quick bale. Oh, let's see. Let's do Nokian. I don't ever do those. Yeah, we'll stick with standard. Agco, case, class, Fent, John Deere, Krone, Kubota. Lots of brands. Let's just go with Agco. Have a silage additive tank. Random foil color on. That's funny. I think we'll leave that off. Well, that's way too magenta. That's lavender, which I like. There's a nice deep royal purple. Alright, so we'll do Massey Ferguson colors on Agco branding. Yep, love it. Maybe we should just brand it Massey Ferguson. Yeah, we might as well, right? Cool. Is that gonna let me have that? Let's see. Yes, okay, so that is wrong because it did let me purchase with a duplicate. So this saying duplicates allowed means that they're allowed right now. That is backwards. Normally in Farm Sim, that's telling you what it goes to. So it's always the opposite of what it says. But anyway, we own that now. Did I put in the 50-foot gooseneck? No, so I need to do that. Crud. Alright, so give me my mouse. Thank you. Actually, we're going to do this. Turn that off before I forget about it and it irritates me later. We will go to field 78. And we will drive there. Where the hippity hop hell are you going? Wow. Wow. Well, that's... We're gonna fix that. Oh yes, I will show you guys how. Okay. Next. Get checked up on this guy. Oh, he's tearing around this field. Yeehaw! And this guy over here, he's done. Let's collect on his contract. We'll send him off to field 45. Nice. In the meantime, anything else worth doing? Plenty more plowing contracts. Ooh, there's one for good money. We've done a couple of them, so let's take that one as well. Yeah, buddy. So he's going to just drive along. No hotkey vehicles are available to enter. What is that from? Park vehicle. Alright, let me see if this fixes it. I don't remember putting the park vehicle mod in, but I don't think that's it because I don't have the park vehicle. Well, let's disconnect that. Do I have anything to do with parked vehicle there? Move away. That would be a no. And the hotkey for that. So it's not the park vehicle mod. Hmm. I just don't see anything. Hmm. Let me flip back over to chat, see what people are saying. Absolutely nothing, because nobody's here. Whoops. And, Alright, I guess I will keep researching. Did I install Vehicle Explorer? I don't remember doing so. Left Alt plus V. Let's try this. Okay, left Alt keypad minus. Well, that's definitely not it. I didn't think so. So I guess I'll be honest, guys. I have no idea what's going on here. I will have to do more reading on that later. It is minorly irritating, but that's all right. Where, oh where did our friend go? I don't remember where I said for him to go. I thought it was 79. I don't see him on the road anywhere. Stuck. Well, that's not good. Did we have a vehicle drive right off the stinking map? Okay, let's try it this way. If we go to owned equipment. That didn't seem to do anything. Does that actually work? No. Of course not. Great. So we can't tab. Oh, hold on. Found him. I sent him to a different field. My bad. And this is what we're going to drive for a little bit. Because I love driving it. Hi, Moose. You crazy boy, you. I guess we don't need this in edit mode anymore. We sure are leaving a lot of stones. That reminds me, we will want the stone picker. Surprised more people haven't modded some of these. I mean, I know there's a few, but I'm just surprised there aren't more. Oh yeah, BKTs all the way. No, Moose. No. You stay over there. I don't want you in my lap. No, sir. You frickin' stubborn ass dog. Yeah. Do the old butt wiggle to get that around the corner right. And Richard doesn't like articulated tractors. Oh, Richard, Richard, Richard. How foolish you, sir. There are things you can do with an articulated, especially when reversing, that you cannot do with a standard tractor. Front wheel steer. We're just gonna duck right in here, raise that up, go in reverse, like this magic. Watch me butt wiggle this thing around the corner. Way easier than it is with a front wheel only tractor, front wheel steer. Woo! Except for when you hit your joystick that adjusts your view the wrong way and you lose track of what you're doing. Then you're just goofy, like me. Alrighty then. I'm thinking right now that when we finish this field, that'll probably be the end of the stream. I'm getting tired already. It was a long day yesterday with Lady Metal being sick. And, yeah. Get out of those damn trees. Please. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys like this map? I do. I typically love Cavalier Roy's maps in general. They have beautiful sweeping terrain that I find very realistic. He's got a good amount of trees. He's got nice buildings, nice farm layouts most of the time. There's a few that I haven't liked, but, you know, you're not going to love every single thing every single time, right? So I'm pretty happy with his maps overall. They definitely look and feel right to me, and that's the most important thing. Yes, sir. Now, this is open to anyone who chooses to join my Discord, and anyone who does that can play on here. So, just keep that in mind. I also have a second server that is set up as crossplay, and same thing applies there. Anyone who joins my Discord can play. And I'm thinking of adding a bot to my Discord that will track player activity on the server, so I can see when people log in, whatnot. That way you can see if the server is being used or not. And I'm kind of considering removing the password requirement and opening it up to anyone. Instead of just members of my Discord. But I find the Discord voice chat, which is what we use right now, a much better option over the built-in game voice chat. It's more reliable. And I'm not the only one who feels that way. Pretty sure that's how Farm Sim Guy and Argsy do it, but I don't know that for fact. I do know that's how it's done with all of the Mr. Sealy P multiplayer servers that are for his members of his Discord. Other Discords I'm on do the same thing. And I have a dedicated voice channel for each server, plus one for my ATS server. And then I also have a general voice chat that you can use for playing any other game. So keep that in mind. I mean, I'm providing that for everyone to use. It's not just for me. If I want one just for me, it's very easy for me to make a private one quickly and invite people to it. But I prefer it to be open. That way anybody can jump on when I'm playing a game and join me in multiplayer. And while I'm perfectly happy to run these multiplayer servers alone, I do like company on these. I don't play multiplayer in general. Farm Sim and ATS Convoy mode are pretty much it. Uh, and that's just because it's just because other multiplayer games, the players tend to get very toxic, and I don't want to be in those toxic environments. And yes, you can find a good group, but it's hard, and I don't really have the time to invest in it. Ooh, another baling contract. A silage one this time. You're darn right we'll take that. So we're back up to our maximum of 6. Yes, that's double the standard. Better contracts mod for the win. You can see there's a lot of settings in here. Oh yes, and I have borrowing of equipment turned off. That's supposed to be 5. Until you've done at least 5 contracts for a farmer. They will not loan you their equipment. I love the options that this is given. Alright, so Where do we want to send this guy? What's the next closest one? Well, 26 and 31 are right next to each other, so I think we'll send him to 26. So collapse that one, open that one, go to 26. And he'll join right on there. Beautiful. And nice exit to the field. That right there is the only benefit to those field circles. Interesting. He does not have this one bi-directional for the whole thing. That's weird. Anyway, that's the only benefit in my mind, is that they don't try to do goofy things like drive through the woods to get to the road when you engage auto drive. Because there's that circle around the whole field like that, they will drive nice, because they'll go to the nearest auto drive point on the edge of the field and then circle around back to the field entrance and exit that way onto the auto drive network. So that is a benefit. But in general, I don't feel that the waiting points for the unloaders should be there. It's just my personal opinion. Yeah, you don't need that anymore, sir. At any rate, I did say I was going to call it after that one. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you